Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Captain Renegami speaking. Today's flight will be filled with your regular goofs, gaffes, and general tomfoolery. However, please be aware we will be experiencing some heavy turbulence because we are once again descending into hell, and I am completely fucking enraged. And if you want to find out what's got this fine gentleman of such refined melanin in such a tizzy, I suggest you subscribe and leave a like, because today we are talking about the lazy dumb fucks that are just having a little bit of fun with generative AI. So, for those of you who have been out of the loop, the internet and subsequently, quite literally, the entire fucking planet have been set ablaze because people really need to see their shitty iPhone pictures in a shitty Studio Ghibli filter. OpenAI just recently released their ChatGPT 4.0 model, whatever the fuck it's called, and people are using it to Ghiblify their pictures. Now, if you're someone that has used the software to Ghiblify your images, even if it's just for a little bit of fun, I want you to, at the very least, kill yourself. No bullshit, just fucking die. Because as an artist that spent over a decade getting from here to here with illustration, making animatics, animations, cartoons, 3D skits, 3D models, fight scenes, and video games, I'm very passionate about the process of making art. And all these dickheads typing into a prompt to make art that has basically been trained off of other people's stolen work and IP just for it to shit out the most dog shit image and or video I've ever seen makes me violently angry. And trust me, it's not because the common man can do in seconds what took me decades to do. Trust me, it's really not that. Those niggas never gave a shit about art in the first place. No, it makes me angry because all of this generative AI bullshit undermines the core fundamental aspect of what it means to make art. And those aspects are suffering and the human condition. Russian Badger put it perfectly when he tweeted, "The reason ChatGPT will never be an artist is that it can't procrastinate, it can't hate itself, and it can't deliver a finished work that it's still unhappy with. Cope and seethe are irreplicable ingredients in the creative process that modern compute can't calculate." Every writer has gone through earth-shattering writer's block. Every artist has gone through cataclysmic art block. Every 3D modeler has had to retopologize a model. Good God, that shit is the pits. Every single creative on the planet has gone through their own personal hell to make something that speaks to them, which is a culmination of their life experiences, traumas, relationship highs and lows, and it's only when an artist is able to overcome that hell is true art made. No goddamn clanker is ever going to experience true love, heartbreak, the birth of their child, the death of the parent, the sweet summer breeze, a home-cooked meal, joy, love, hatred, despair, or any emotion on the emotional spectrum in today's society. So when you use these bots, you are actively raping the human experience for 10 seconds of dopamine off of slop that was generated off the blood, sweat, and tears of talented artists like Miyazaki just because you're really craving a shitty picture to be in his art style. Are we fucking serious? Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass right now? Never mind the environmental impact that these AI models are having on the goddamn planet. Holy shit, the planet is burning for a picture you dead ass gonna forget about in 24 hours. But Pandora's box has been opened and there's quite literally fuck all we can do about it. Also, I think it's very funny, derogatory, that the first line describing ChatGPT 4.0 or whatever it's called reads as follows. From the first cave painting to modern infographics, humans have used visual imagery to communicate, persuade, and analyze, not just to decorate. Wow, humans have this crazy control over visual medium that's been engraved in our DNA since Unga Bunga times, since return to monkey times, but fuck it. Let's just make a robot do it. Let's just relegate the human experience to a fucking robot. Fuck us as a species, right? Which brings me to my next point about all of this, is that the general public really does not give a shit about art. They don't. Dude, GPT servers were melting because they can't handle the fucking demand. They had to limit the access of people using this feature. And this general sentiment about people not giving a shit about art is on full display with these two dickheads here. XQC, cunt, the C stands for cunt by the way, and ASMONDGOLD. Two creatively bankrupt streamers that contribute fuck all to the artistic community by the way. Now, XQ Cunt had some very choice words when it came to his videos, questioning his use of the Ghibli art style rape machine.
Let's keep it a style. A lot of AI art coming out, it is literally better than most artists' best work that they could. Hey, if something does better by itself than an artist can for the entire life, I mean, brother, I gotta be honest with you, I don't really give a shit. It's just better. I don't care. Why would I care? I don't consume the method. I consume the product. If this gives me a better product, I gotta give it the credit it's due. It's a good product. I don't give a fuck about the method. I don't give a shit.
Okay, there's a lot of stupid shit to unpack here. Number one, calling art product is next level consumer brain rot, my guy. Holy shit. Consumerism, ironically enough, has consumed you. You're so lost, and if that's what you actually think about art, then there is literally no saving you. Please refer to this timestamp. Number 2, method and product are inseparable. You 100% consume the method, you mushmouth fuck. Yeah, I'll put it in terms that everyone watching this can understand, right? Here is the concept of a steak. If I cook a steak and Gordon Ramsay cooks a steak, you can consume both steaks, right? However, there will be galactic differences between the quality of the steak, right? It's almost as if the method will dictate the quality of the steak prepared. Funny how that fucking works. Here's the concept of a superhero movie. Cataclysmic differences between the two because of the methods in which they were both made. Video games, music, anime, cartoons, clothing, cars, fucking streamers. You cannot separate the two because the finished product didn't come out of the fucking ether. The culmination of a fuck ton of processes that you're too stupid to realize because your perception is surface level at best, non-existent at worst. Then there's a statement about generative AI being better than most artists' work. And I'm gonna keep it $150 with you lot. If that's what he truly believes in his heart of hearts, then there's absolutely nothing we can do or say about that because that is his opinion. That also means that we can completely disregard anything that comes out of his indecipherable speech patterns because holy fuck, this nigga does not consume art. You're not even doing the bare minimum when it comes to exploring art, my guy. You just sat there like the little pea you are with your bib on, with the plate open, expecting the algorithm to just drop slop on your fucking plate because you just can't go out of your way to find good art that you can actually enjoy. Then there's ASMONDGOLD, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Where do I fucking start with this guy?
So if you are an artist, this has been a really bad week for you. And I want to promise you that it's going to get worse. Okay? So if you're an artist and this is upsetting you and you're worried, I want to promise you that it's only going to get worse. This is only the beginning. There will be like man-made horrors beyond the comprehension of the human mind. You don't even know what it's going to be like, right? And I would focus on career change. Yeah, exactly. And focus, like, go be a plumber or something like that, right?
What an awful thing for a person to say. Silly me expecting empathy from a person who is in full support of a fucking genocide.
These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
Silly fucking me. You know what's really sad about ASMONDGOLD? Outside of his living conditions, the fact that he's a Zionist and the fact that he has to chase down water with a cold drink. It's the fact that he has no empathy for the men and women who create the content and art that he probably enjoys on a daily basis, whether it be music, video games, movies, and series. And the fact that his lack of empathy will have zero impact on his bottom line. Because let's face it, somehow this Donnie is minted. This nigga is good. He can turn on the camera, do whatever the fuck, and just make bank. Anyone can be ASMONDGOLD, because if we keep it 8 more than 92, what he does requires no soul, no tact, no skill, no aura, and no motion. He was just lucky that he was the first ASMONDGOLD, and I pray to God the last. You see, the problem is people like XQC and ASMONDGOLD have never had to struggle to make anything of work to the general public, or fuck, even themselves. They've never sat down after a grind session and thought to themselves, fuck what anyone says, I fucking cooked with this one here, regardless if they even cooked or not. Consumerism has raped their ability to engage with art on a deeper level other than, oh, look at the funny pixels on the screen. Because real shit, gun to your head, name one thing that these dickheads have actually made. You can't. And that's the problem with consumerism, is that you don't care about how the art was made, you've never made it, you refuse to make it, and you just expect art to be shoved down your gullet at a rate that is inhumanly possible. No human can do that. But this is the reality we live in because no one gives a shit. It's so sad, man. No one gives a fuck.
But if you do care, support artists, man. Subscribe to their Patrons, their newsletters, their channels, their whatever, man. And it doesn't even have to be in a monetary capacity. Like, talk about them, tweet about them, post about them on Instagram. Just do something. But whatever you do, for God's sake, stop engaging with generative AI, please. Because there's a non-zero chance that we're going to end up in a future where everything's just a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. And the only real shit is being made by the real niggas. The niggas in the trenches, the niggas in the dirt, the niggas spending sleepless nights to hone their craft, niggas that are in it for the love of the game. And when the world inevitably crawls back to us asking for real art, I pray that as a community we can all look at them and say, hey man, go fuck yourself. Moral of the story, I think Sam Altman might just be the Antichrist, man. This is probably the longest video I've ever made, and like, even if it does dog shit numbers, I'm just glad that I took a stand against this bullshit, because this is fucking abhorrent. It's bad. It's really bad. It is that deep. Everyone that engages with art should be vehemently angry about AI art, because it's gonna fuck up your viewing experiences, it's gonna fuck up art, it's gonna fuck up people's jobs, it's gonna fuck up the human experience. So you should be angry, because like I said, it is that deep. But hey, that's all I have time for today. Never stop making art. Pick up a fucking pen, drop a sub, leave a like, and I will club you niggas in the next video. I will.